Welcome to your Magic Moon message. This is your host, the Peace Dealer. The moon is in Scorpio, about 180 to 210 degrees from the Taurus sun. Welcome to Harvest, and get ready. All hell will be breaking loose. Now, I'm going to be saying that just to describe transits whenever I want to add exaggeration. So, I mean, if all hell doesn't break loose, you probably won't remember that I said this, but if it does, I said it. No, but anyway, this is the fire of the underworld, Scorpio. So, I guess it's not too far off to say that the power and the flair and the activity and the action that we activated with the new moon in an integrated 90 degrees and the moon in Cancer is now harvesting while the sun is in Taurus over the next week. 270 degrees from 180 degrees. When the moon is in Aqua, we will complete this harvest. What are we harvesting? We're harvesting energy. You know, cardinal signs are power. Our immutable signs are perspective, magic. Okay. So with that being said, the power, the cardinal direction of force relative to redefining our identity that we have activated is now harvesting in the form of converted energy, because power produces and generates energy. Raw physical power to natural physical strength and energy. The rock type Pokemon. Ow. That being said, this is giving you a pure nuclear understanding of wisdom relative to what you're naturally worth. And as this harvest now converts the power and the powers you unlocked that you've activated, this is going to naturally strengthen your body and the five senses which you perceive your reality. That being said, there is an intensity brought forth by the T-square of Pluto and Aquarius. There is no Leo energy being covered, so that might take away from the drama, but there's still going to be drama. But regardless, the Pluto Aquarius brings an extreme form of detachment that enables you to assess your worth in the face of extreme reactions to the solidity and the authenticity of your natural efforts. It's a fancy way of saying that those who get triggered will be punching their fists in the air when they realize that you're standing on your value, and no amount of manipulation or coercion or fear or guilt manipulation will really stop you from changing what you know you're worth. And this allows you to own it, to the detriment of weak, stupid little bitches who can't believe that you actually own what you're worth. Especially when we're dealing with influences that forsake their own power and exchange it for conformity that gives them acceptance in a fake ass society. Oh. And then there's you, who just decided, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to compromise my moral integrities just so I can be popular to some dumb fucks. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing out other people is because the 180 degree is a Libra signature that you are taking your awareness of your value to now invest in understanding and transforming through that understanding what other people feel it's worth. But on top of that, with the Pluto and Aquarius, this now ties you into the whole collective. Think that you have your Taurus sun, right? Uranus, Jupiter, Taurus sun, that's your mixtape. And now Pluto and Aquarius is, well, this is what they think about your mixtape in Belize. This is what they think about your mixtape in Guam. This is what they think about your mixtape in China. This is what they think about your mixtape in Japan. So, like, you can feel like your mixtape is the dopest shit ever, but then you take it across the world and you get a varied mixed reaction of some people like it, some people don't, or your shit fire. Everyone likes it, or you really like it, but everyone thinks it's trash. This is where the outside influence of other people's assessment of your worth will influence how much more valuable you stand on your own. Sometimes other people get it wrong. Sometimes other people get it right. It's not about right or wrong. It's about, are you authentic and naturally aligned to what you know this is worth, to the point that you can stand on it And that's what's going to help you build your value through the pressure. And that's where the moon in Scorpio intensifies such themes, especially as we increase in degree. The moon will first hit Saturn in Pisces, the reinforcement of the totality of the system of beliefs that is forming your self-concept, or as I like to call, Noah's Ark. We are officially on the Ark ride journey, and the amount of time it took Noah to ride in the Ark is somehow also the time it'll take Saturn to finish through Pisces, bringing in the end of the world cycle as we know it, with Pluto back into Aquarius, which it hasn't been since French monarchs were getting beheaded during the revolution. Gotta love it. Anyway, yes, this intensification of deep wisdom and understanding how to add to your value is also going to connect to metaphysical influences through your imagination that, with Saturn, control and organize this crystallization of those beliefs so that you can gain more traction, adding said value. Great time to look at your investments and to see what you might need to transform and change as things are getting ready to raise collectively. And as soon as we get to the moon in Aqua, we will revisit what the square between Aqua and Scorpio is challenging you relative to the maintenance of your value. Namely, do you tuck tail and just run away when you have to stand in the face of opposing frequencies that, whether due to underhanded or fair means, challenge your value? The best thing that could ever happen is for your value to be challenged, because then and there you can show and prove that no, it's really like that. This is a classic example. If you were confident in your value and someone had a diamond tester, right, and they were testing your chain, if you were fugazi, you would be afraid. You'd be like, oh, I gotta go. My shit fake. But if your shit is real, you're going to be like, test my shit. Test it. Test my diamonds. You see the difference? And that's basically the same attitude you want to carry moving forward. What's up? What? Test my worth. What's good? 6ix9ine had to test my gangster tour, but that's very controversial. Testing your worth is what's going to get you through. The people duck and smoke who are afraid of what other people think and they don't want to be told harsh things about what they have, they're going to fail this test. The people who have tough, thick skin, Taurus is the bull. That's to get angry before it fucks you up, and can stand on their own value despite everyone thinking and feeling what they feel, because you understand yourself, so you know what's real and what's just whatever. Those are the people who are going to pass this test. Simple shit. And as soon as the moon at the final degrees trines Mars and Neptune, it's going to transcend the imagination that will help you think outside the box when it comes to this transformation of what you're naturally worth, as the moon in Sagittarius will produce the effects of this intensification of wisdom and energy and start to show you how your value is actively transforming, hence the harvest. But that's 210 to 240 degrees Scorpio signature, baby. I'm a little corny. It is what it is. But I'm not corny enough. Or maybe I'm just sexy. Speaking of sexy, the moon in Scorpio will help you understand the sexiness of your value. If I have to go hard on a bee, I'm going to make it look sexy. It is what it is. All right, so just be mindful of that, because this is also going to be opposing Jupiter and Neptune. And this is what I have to bring in the cycle of moon in Taurus every month. In fact, this is going to be the last month that we have the moon conjunct Taurus with the new moon in May. And then after that, the moon Jupiter is going to be in Gemini. We're going to shift the nature of the cycle from understanding our value to understanding the truth of our perspective. A lot of perspective shifts, because, well, now we've manifested this greater value, so what we think about it has to change. Don't get got, because they out here. And if you allow people to take your power instead of take your power back, you'll be fleeced. This is one of those type of transits, your value versus what others feel. So certain people could be jealous of what you're worth and shortchange you. And if you don't stand up for yourself, you'll sell your $1,000 PS5 for $300. Not that they're $1,000 on market price, but I'm just saying that. And so you just have to make sure, even if you are standing on this and it creates less buyers, for example, the quality of those buyers raise relative to the integrity of what you have. So you're not out here selling some fugazi, provided what you're producing, what you're creating, what you're manifesting is real. This full moon will help you understand what you're beginning to harvest, the pure wisdom behind that, and how to capitalize on that. You feel me? Prepare for transformation. And that opposition, that 180 degree from the moon in Taurus, is what's going to begin to harvest the quality of the extra dimensional and unconventional evolution of what you feel you're worth. Whereas it's making a Sagittarius angle to the Pisces perspective. It's Taurus energy, Pisces magic, Aries power. And that's what's going to help you understand how to adjust what you believe, because you're starting to experience the harvest of what more you're worth. Okay, this is setting up the magic beanstalk seed sowing with the new moon in Taurus. And yeah, we will have the quincunxes to Aries, the closing quincunx, which is once again a 210 to 240 degree Scorpio signature angle to the Aries powers, the Chiron and the North Node. So brace for getting triggered a little bit, but it's going to transform your understanding of what direction to take your authenticity, because you're understanding deeper wisdom that enables you to fall back and let the work for you. People who are not solid in their confidence will do more because they feel like they have to do more. Whereas if you know you're worth more, you can let it speak for itself, unless it's just not that valuable. But don't be so caught up on that. The moon in Sagittarius will show you what is transforming and what you can continue to change. Complex transit there. We're going to have the square to Pisces. But with the trine, this will flow smoothly. So deeply feel where your imagination guides you, because this will now begin to harvest the value of your identity in ways that strengthen accordingly not only how you're going to be charging unlocked powers, supernatural powers that you can in tangible nature and form harness energy and manifest with, and determine the quality of such power, but actually open up new avenues to make and solidify new wealth, and to really just feel that much more confident in yourself. Fully expect, once again, this value to be challenged. But when you know you got it, do you really have to prove yourself like that? If you know you got it, right? Do you really have to go back and forth with people who will never have it like you? You guys stay blessed as always. And until next time, peace.